Tell me about the Constitution. Hey, learn about the USA.
Hi, and welcome to Sea Roller Stackers channel. Today I'd like to talk about BiCentennial Quarters, otherwise known as Drummer Boy Quarters. You didn't honestly think that you're going to get through this video without a little bit of chalkboard time, did you? So back in the 70s, there was a contest held to design the reverse of what would be the 1976 quarter, half dollar, and silver dollar. And what a lot of people don't know is there happens to be a little bit of controversy behind that. Okay, if we go to the United States Mint website, you can see what they posted regarding the bicentennial coins and medals. I'm not going to read this to you. You certainly pause and read at your own pace. But again, here are the bicentennial coins, the quarter, half dollar, and silver dollar. And like I said, there was a competition held whose design would be picked for each one. And Jack R. of Arlington Heights, Illinois, designed the Colonial Drummer Boy, which won for the quarter. Here you can see the posting for the competition. And each winner is to be, or was awarded, $5,000 for their design. A little further research, if we go down here, will reveal there was a little bit of controversy over the selection of the Jack R design, aka the Drummer Boy. And if we scroll down here, get to the competition, again, Jack R was awarded the prize, but there was a little bit of controversy behind it. So R was accused of copying his Drummer Boy design from a 1973 stamp by designer William A. Smith. Of course, R denied it, and according to numismatic historian Walter Breen, both obviously derived inspiration from the spirit of '76, which we'll get to later. But here's a close-up of the stamp, and you know, it kind of does look like old Jack R's design. So maybe there was a little something behind the old accusation there. But like I said, if we look at the old spirit of '76 by Archibald Willard, there is his design, which he created in the 1800s around the Civil War. One thing you'll notice of both the coin and the stamp, in addition to the painting, reflect the drummer as an older soldier, where back in 1776, the drummers typically were young men, actually boys, which is why they call it the Drummer Boy. But I digress. Okay, a quick look at PCGS coin facts. You'll see that there were two types of bicentennial quarters. Type 3, which was clad, and Type 4, which was silver. First, a look at the clad ones. PCGS shows that there's two, a Philadelphia clad and a Denver clad, but there actually was three. There was a San Francisco clad as well. But let's go ahead and click on these and take a look. Okay, now I'm not going to read this to you. Certainly welcome to pause it. But Philadelphia minted just over 809 million bicentennial clad quarters. And of course, it was 75% copper, 25% nickel. And the Denver was the same way, except they minted just over 860 million bicentennial clad quarters. Now, they don't show in Coinfax how many of the San Francisco minted clad quarters there were, but they do report on the silver ones. The first silver ones were the uncirculated, and San Francisco minted just over 11 million uncirculated bicentennial quarters, and it was 40% silver and 60% copper. And they also minted a proof silver bicentennial quarter, and they minted just over 4 million of those. And again, they were silver, 40% silver, 60% copper. Okay, so as I mentioned, there were three 1776 to 1976 clad quarters. Actually, they were minted in 1975 and 1976. And you have the P, the D, and of course the S on the bottom. And on the top, you have the two silver types. The one on the left is the proof silver, and the one on the right is the uncirculated silver. And of course, on the reverse of all these quarters is the aforementioned Drummer Boy design by Jack R., showing the drummer boy with the eternal flame surrounded by 13 stars. And you see a little thing that says, courtesy of Tiny Numismatics. So about a year ago, I proposed a trade with Tiny. I was going to give him a silver round, and I asked for a drummer boy in return, but that wasn't good enough for Tiny. The silver round was good enough, but not one drummer boy, not two drummer boys, all 5 drummer boys before Tiny was done. So I'm hoping Tiny doesn't watch this video, but I do have to give the man his due. Tiny is a good man. So thank you again, Tiny. Every time I look at these quarters, of course, I'll be thinking of you. I know you've been thinking, Seagord, that S clad quarter sure looks shiny. Are you sure that's not silver too? Well, first of all, let's take a look at the D. And if you look at the edge, you can see the copper, which is to be expected since Denver didn't produce a silver quarter. Now we're looking at the S one, and that also has the copper edge, so we're sure that one's clad as well. But just for comparison's sake, let's take a look at the uncirculated silver S quarter. And if you notice, we'll turn it on its edge, and it's all silver. So that's how I know it's silver. But there's a more empirical way of testing this theory. If you still aren't sure, you can actually weigh the different quarters. And as you can see, the clad quarters weigh 5.67 grams, while the silver quarters weigh 5.75 grams. Well, if you made it this far, I do appreciate you stopping by. Thanks so much for watching. And yes, coin collecting can be fun, but if you're not careful, you might just learn something. See you next time.